She was premature. They kept telling me as long as she gets to 34 weeks, you're good. This is right after she was born. I got to hold her for the first time.
The doctor said, you have a healthy child and she has a slight right leg deformity. Immediately after that, she had trouble breathing, was in the NICU for
6 weeks.
In a sense, there was very, very little time to
Process the leg.
Because tomorrow morning, we've got to get up and make sure this kid's breathing.
You wait for that moment when they're born and you can hold them. I feel like that moment was robbed. You know, I just wanted to hear her scream. Is she breathing? Is she okay? I wasn't prepared for the leg. I immediately thought, oh my God, people are gonna be mean to her. People aren't gonna accept her. When she was in the NICU, I was sitting outside one day and there just happened to be 3 kids running and playing. And I was watching that and I was like, she's not gonna be able to do that. But here we are 13 years later. She's done everything she's wanted to do.
My name is Ella and I'm 13 years old. I'm an artist. I'm starting to get into baking and I'm also an amputee. It's not really easy being an amputee, but I like being an amputee because it's different and I don't care what other people think about me. I don't care what you say, I'm gonna do and I'm gonna prove you wrong.
It's pretty remarkable how resilient she is. To push through surgery after surgery in pain, but there was a period in her life where she definitely questioned her ability, and that was directly related to the fit and functionality of the prosthetic that she was wearing.
Amputee Blade Runners is a nonprofit organization based here in Nashville. We provide services for limb-different athletes all over the country, helping people reimagine what's possible in sports and in life.
All right, so turn again, perfect, and bring your leg back. It's been a while since you've been able to wear your leg, right?
Children are much more active just as part of their nature, and we want to give them the opportunity to be kids as much as possible. Children with disabilities are 50% more likely to be sedentary, to be obese, and we really think that it's in the long-term best interest of our country in general if we can do as much as possible to give people the ability to be active.
You're just a much bigger person than you used to be.
When we accept a child into the program, we also go into it with the expectation that we are going to continue to help that child at least until adulthood.
Oh, that actually didn't hurt.
Good.
We never want to be in the position of making a dramatic improvement in someone's life and then saying, we don't have the ability to help you anymore. So a lot of the work that we do now is say, hey, you've outgrown that leg and we need to make something new for you again.
You don't get a handbook when this happens.
She got her first prosthetic at right around 11, 12 months and did the best we could with what we knew. Kevin and I researched a lot and worked with our prosthetist there to kind of find things that might help her, but it just wasn't working. She was playing soccer and I'll never forget it. She was probably 5.5, 6 years old, and the prosthetic's so heavy, the liner, she's sweating, comes completely out of her leg.
She begins to withdraw. Is it the amputation or is it the functionality of what she's wearing? And how do we bridge that gap?
Towards me?
Yeah, we're there.
Okay.
Perfect.
80% of this patient population is over the age of 65 and they're diabetic. So that's what most of the products are made for. All right, let go. There you go. Unfortunately, kids' anatomy is a little bit different from adults.
Yeah, that's good right there.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. The biggest part about this is getting to them early enough so they get that confidence to be okay being different. We tell people often, if your kid's playing chess because they like chess, that's cool. If they're playing the chess because they're accepting limitations because they can't run, that's not cool, because as soon as they accept those limitations, they'll start thinking, well, you know, maybe I can't get an A in math because I'm just not real smart, just like I'm just not that fast. It's definitely making them mobile, but it's really about the byproducts of that, which are improving their self-confidence and their self-esteem so that they're more of a well-adjusted individual.
5 years ago, I discovered Amputee Blade Runners. I was like, oh, this sounds cool. This sounds something that she might like. Got approved and went to Nashville, Tennessee. This will be our 5th leg with them.
And there you go.
It's amazing. It's awesome.
She's ready.
Okay.
If you think. We're gonna send her to the shop. I tell people all the time, this does not happen without the shop, because we can think up any idea we want, but if we can't make it, it's all just a good idea.
Kids that are missing limbs, they're already getting made fun of for so many things, you know? So one thing that I have control over is the outcome of what it looks like. And so it's extremely important for me that the finished product that they're wearing is as close to perfect as possible.
Insurance, for the most part, does not cover those devices. They are deemed not medically necessary. When ABR does approve someone, we do say that we are going to provide this leg at no cost to you.
Oh, that's much better. Yeah, you're all the way down in there now.
So many times they have been through so much tragedy, they just imagine, because everything has been hard up to this point, that everything in the future will be hard as well. And we're trying to show people that they can, that it is worth a shot, it's worth the effort.
That's it for now. Ella's a handful, but you get those moments with her just like you do any other kid, where you get to see who she is as a person, who she's gonna be as she gets older. So being a part of that is special.
They change a lot of people's life, not just mine. They're not just some people that just get prosthetics.
You ready, Scooter?
They gave me a new life, a new story. I learned how to run, I learned how to do new things. They're like another part of our family, and I'm very happy that we're part of their life too.
It's not just the movement or the technology, it's about how she thinks herself as a person, as an amputee, and as a woman. And they help to instill that confidence and that positivity.
We found our community. You know how they say it takes a village? This is our village. It's helped us tremendously because we were winging it for so long. No parents should ever have to worry, is my kid gonna run? Have that thought that I had in that hospital that morning. There's nothing that she can't do.
Oh my gosh! Hey!
All right, this is our very first trip to Nashville to Amputee Blade Runners. We had no idea what we were in store for. Her very first leg was a Star Wars themed leg. She was very into Star Wars at the time.
Oh my god!
I call them the Fab Crew because they are fabulous. They're the fabrication crew, but they're fabulous. And this is her running for the very first time.
That is great, look at you.
And there she is. Our Blade girl.